Look, if you're tuning into this explainer, you already know the deal. In Nigeria, our dreams aren't just big, they are massive. We're not just talking about getting a basic degree here. We're talking about chasing world-class education, locking down true financial stability, and securing those global opportunities that literally have the power to transform not just your life, but the trajectory of your entire family. It's a beautiful goal. And when we dive into the data on where ambitious students actually want to bring that dream to life, well, one destination just completely dominates the conversation. So we really have to ask the question, why Canada? I mean, out of all the countries in the world, why does this one specific nation remain the absolute top choice, the ultimate destination for Nigerian students who are ready to take on the world? Honestly, Canada offers a combo of education and opportunity that is incredibly hard to beat anywhere else. First off, you're getting a globally recognized education. That Canadian degree, it gives you a massive career advantage worldwide. Second, and this is a big one, you can work up to 24 hours a week while you're actively studying. That is huge for taking the edge off daily living costs. Third, we have the absolute game changer, the post-graduation work permit, or PGWP. You can actually stay and work for up to 3 years after you graduate. And that feeds directly into point number 4, clear, structured pathways to permanent residency, like express entry. Combine all that with a high quality of life, incredible safety, and earning in Canadian dollars so you can support your folks back home? Sounds pretty perfect, right? Section 1, the financial barrier. Because despite everything Canada offers, there is a massive, fire-breathing dragon standing in the way of all those benefits. And that is simply a lack of funds. Let's be real, this is the #1 obstacle stopping thousands of driven Nigerians from achieving their dream. Let's break down exactly what we're up against here. The daunting reality of studying abroad is that tuition fees alone are sitting between 30,000 and 60,000 Canadian dollars, sometimes even more, every single year. Then you've got to add living expenses, which run another 20 to 30,000. Oh, and before you even think about getting on a plane, the government requires a proof of funds showing you have over 20,000 Canadian dollars just chilling in an account, just to get your study permit approved. So the crucial takeaway here is this total figure, up to 90,000 Canadian dollars plus per year. Yeah, let that sink in. For most families, trying to raise that kind of money up front isn't just difficult, it's straight up terrifying. This is the exact number that stops families in their tracks and ends the dream before it even gets off the ground. When you hit that $90,000 wall, families usually start looking at some pretty desperate options. We're talking about selling off generational assets like family land, taking on predatory, crazy high-interest loans, borrowing from multiple relatives, and creating just an unbelievable amount of stress. And those options, they just create a long-term financial burden that haunts you for years. But what if there was a smart solution? What if instead you could secure a structured study abroad loan, focus 100% on your academics and career, and then repay that money later when you're actually earning Canadian dollars? Section 2, Study Now, Pay Later with Travul.org. Now, this is the smart solution we just talked about. It's the exact bridge between your current reality right now in Nigeria and your Canadian dream. Instead of putting your life on hold for years, trying to save an impossible amount of money, this platform steps in with a highly practical alternative. Through Travul's student loan funding support, qualified Nigerian students can actually access a massive funding limit of up to 65,000 Canadian dollars to cover their major study expenses. This literally flips the entire conversation from, man, I can't afford it, to, okay, how do I start? Okay, so how does a $65,000 study loan actually work in practice? The mechanics are actually beautifully simple. Step 1, you pay 25% upfront. This is your skin in the game, your contribution to tuition and living costs. Step 2, Travul's funding partners step in and cover the rest of those major expenses. Step 3, you travel to Canada and begin your studies with drastically reduced financial stress. Like, you can actually focus on your books. And step 4, you spread the repayment out over 4 to 7 years, meaning you repay comfortably after graduation while you're working and earning over there. But look, secure in the bag is only half the battle. Travul doesn't just hand you access to funding and then leave you to figure out Canada's complex immigration system all by yourself. They provide a whole support ecosystem, admission support to get you into the right school, visa documentation guidance, and if you've ever applied for a visa, you know how absolutely critical that is. Plus, travel and relocation assistance. They just make the whole process smoother, clearer, and a whole lot more reliable. And don't just take my word for it. Listen to this from a real student who went through the process.
Travul helped me finance my tuition. I handled my visa and ticket, but the big costs were covered by the loan. Now I'm studying peacefully in Canada.
That word right there, peacefully. That's what this is really all about. These stories are popping up more and more. Students who used to struggle are now over there working, building careers, and supporting their families, all because they finally got the right financial backing. Section 3, High Demand Courses to Study in Canada for 2026. Now, if you're going to take on a loan, you need a bulletproof strategy to pay it back. To maximize your success and make sure you can easily handle repayments over those 4 to 7 years, you need to pick programs that strictly align with Canada's current and future labor market. Consider this your ultimate career cheat sheet for Canada. These are the high-demand fields right now. In healthcare, practical nursing and medical lab technology are incredibly sought after. In STEM and IT, honestly, you can't go wrong with cybersecurity, data science, or software engineering. In business, business analytics and supply chain management are absolutely booming. And don't sleep on skilled trades. Engineering tech and agricultural science are massive. Graduates in these specific fields secure jobs super fast and earn highly competitive salaries, which makes paying back that loan an absolute breeze. Because at the end of the day, guys, we really need to remember the bigger picture here. Without access to funding, so much incredible Nigerian talent just remains stuck. But with the right support system, everything changes. This study now, pay later model isn't just about moving money around. It's about unlocking your potential. It's about creating that global exposure. It's about building the better future that you and your family truly deserve. So if you're sitting there realizing that this is the exact bridge you've been waiting for, here is how you take action today. Head over to their website at www.travul.org. You can call or WhatsApp them directly at 070-540-47448. Shoot them an email at hello@travul.org, or just follow and DM them on all the social platforms at Travelism. Don't wait on this. Reach out today. Seriously, don't let money delay your dreams for another year. The structure, the funding, the support, it's all right here waiting for you. If you found this explainer helpful and you're ready to take that first massive step, drop a comment below and just type Canada. Study in Canada, graduate, work, repay later. Thanks for joining me today. The bridge is finally built. But you have to decide, will you be the one to cross it and change your family's history forever?